Thank you.
So he's my friend. He's a young man. And as long as he stays young, I can stay young. So cheers to you. And yes, I like that. Stay, what did she say? Stay cool, stay calm. I like that slogan. So let's start with Mullah's last name. I'm not able to share my screen. I think I'm going to need some special permission.
Jamil, are you able to facilitate that? Jamil, are you able to facilitate that?
You might have to do that.
Are you able to make him co-host?
Yes, I can do.
If you make him co-host, then he should have the option to share his screen.
Done.
Thank you. There we go. All right, perfect. Thank you all my friends. Thank you for inviting me, and always nice seeing all my friends here on this channel. Let's start with Imam's blessed name. Nur Maulana Shah Karim Al-Hussaini Hazir Imam. Ya Maulai Mehrban Madad Farma. Ya Maulai Mehrban Madad Farma. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Rahman, Ya Rahim. Ya Mola Tawfiq, Tahid, Himmat wa Yari. Ya Mola Tawfiq, Tahid, Himmat wa Yari Mola. या मौला अपने नूर से हम गरीबों की मदद फरमा मौला। या मौला मेहरबान हमारे करीब आ जा मौला, हमारे और करीब आ जा मौला। अपना दस्ते मुबारक हम गरीबों के कंधों पर रख मौला, और अपने नूर से हमारी तोड़वानी फरमा मौला। या मौला तेरी मदद के बगैर हम कुछ भी नहीं कर सकते हैं मौला। हेल्प मौला, मदद मौला, मदद मौला। तमाम साथियों को एक बार फिर याली मदद। So आज अपना कर बेच वाइज़ती एक तो continuation on our subject on the angels, which we will do as you can see on your screen. And second was to talk about Nowruz. So with your permission, we will split the time and we will talk about both. We will finish our subject on the angels, and then we will talk about Nowruz as well. And in our Nowruz talk, inshallah, you will also find some of the similar topic and conversation about the angels. So last week, we were talking about the 4 great angels and how they work within ourselves. They are our inner spiritual powers that become activated when a moment does what he's supposed to do through the Isme Azam and Ibadat. As the one increases his rank amongst the Hudud-e-Din. Hudud-e-Din ke che hierarchy of religion. Hierarchy of religion. When someone increases their ranks in this hierarchy, then their inner powers, inner angels are activated. Today we will look at some of the references. When does angels comes down to help humans, and in what shape and form? Someone had asked, how do we know these angels? How do we recognize these angels? And are we be able to recognize these angels? Those were some of the questions asked last week. The very first principle in the Quran that you will find in the Surah Baqarah, which is Surah number 2, and ayat number 210, where Allah talks about that whenever He comes, angels always comes with Him. And I'm about to answer one of those questions, that where and when and how do we see angels? And this ayat says, angels will come with the Lord of the day. Number one, if we believe that today is the time of the Qiyamah. Today is the day of the Qiyamah. If you believe that, then whenever Ali Allah comes, whenever Imam comes down, whenever we see Imam, whenever we have his didar, we will see the angels around him. Because it says right there, angels will come with the Lord of that day. Now here, we have to ask that, is this a physical or is this a spiritual coming of the Lord along with the angels? Here the key word, the answer is hidden where it says on that day. On that day. क्या दिवसની વાત થઈ રહી છે? જે દિવસે તમારા માથે ક્યામત આવશે. હવે આ ક્યામત કઈ છે? ઈ ક્યામત જ્યારે બધાએ મરી જવાના? અહીંયા આપણે ઈ ક્યામતની વાત કરીએ છીએ કે જ્યારે આપણો ઇસ્મે આઝમ કમ્પ્લીટ અને મુકમ્મલ થઈ જશે અને ઇબાદતના અંદર આપણા બેતુલ ખ્યાલના અંદર આપણું બાતિન ખુલી જશે. અને આપને અલી અલ્લાહનો દીદાર થશે, યાની કે આપણો લોર્ડ આવશે. તો એના સાથે જ ફરિશ્તા પણ નાઝિલ થઈ જશે. क्या ये बात हमारे लिए वाज़े और आसान है कि जिस दिन इबादत के अंदर हमारा इसमें आज़म मुकम्मल हो जाएगा, इंशाल्लाह उसी दिन अली अल्लाह का ज़हूर होगा और उसी के साथ उसके फरिश्ते भी नाजिल हो जाएंगे. उसके लिए कुरान के अंदर आप देखें, वजा रब्बुका वल मलकुन सफन सफा. जिस दिन खुदा का चेहरा दीदार आपके सामने होगा, बस उसी वक्त उसी के साथ उसके फरिश्ते भी हाजिर और नाजिल हो जाएंगे. और ये दोनों आयतें आपके सामने हैं. और ये फरिश्ते, those angels are here to help us, in our spiritual journey, because the desire is not the one and for one time only. Matter of fact, the desire and the coming of the angels, it's a continued journey and the process, not a one-time event. And as you can see, that angels and the spirit descend therein, उसके अंदर the फरिश्ते भी और इमाम की रूह भी, यानी कि उसका नूर भी उसके अंदर नाजिल होता है. किसकी इजाजत से, किसके अमर से? Whose permission? By the permission of the Lord and by his decree. So here again and again is repeated for us, the day that you are successful, and that's the important part. The day that you are successful in your ibadat and isme azam, that is the day of the Qiyamah for you. And like I said earlier, when we talk about the Nowruz, we will touch on this subject again. We will touch on this again. The angels and the spirit, the soul of Ali Allah, will descend therein, uske andar, by the permission of their Lord, with all decrees. This part with all decrees, so they may help you with all their might, power. to walk on this spiritual journey. In the next reference from Surah 41, ayat 30 and 31, it says, and those who says, अब यहाँ पर हमारी बात हो रही है, and those who says, our Lord is Allah. Here I would like to point out that there is a two-way promise and bound. From one side, it is Imam-e-Zaman who gives us the Ism-e-Azam along with the blessings and the Nur. On the other side, we say, we promise that you are my Lord. You are the Allah. And afterward, are upright. And then we stay on that Sirat al-Mustaqim. We stay on that path. Then angels will be talking to them. There was a question, right? How would we know when and how? The angels descend upon them saying, fear not, nor grieve. What would they be saying? શું કહેશે આપણા ફરિશ્તા? કે જરાય તમે ગમ ના કરો અને જરાય તમે ફિકર ના કરો. આ જે ગમ છે એ માઝીનો છે, ભૂતકાળનો છે, અને જે ફિકર છે એ ફ્યુચરની છે. आप गम ना करें जो पीछे हो गया, जो भूतकाल में हो गया, जो माजी में हो गया. Whatever happened in the past, do not worry. Do not be sad over it. And do not worry about the future, as we are with you. As we are with you. We will remain with you in this worldly life, and we will be with you in the future. We will remain with you in this worldly life, and we will be with you in the future afterward. So do not worry and do not grieve, but hear good tidings of the paradise which are promised. And enter into the paradise, because with the didar of the Imam, without dying, the day that you have the didar, you will be in the paradise. Imam Aka Sultan Muhammad Shah Salawatullah Alayhi, may our soul be sacrificed to that Imam, says, for others, paradise is after they die. For my murid, paradise is present in their lifetime. શું કીધું મલાએ? કે બીજાના માટે જન્નત મરવાના પછીનો કોઈ કોન્સેપ્ટ છે, લેકિન મારા મુરીદો માટે જન્નત આ દુનિયામાં છે. જે દિવસે આપણે આના અંદર કામયાબ થઈ ગયા. જે દિવસે મોલાનો દીદાર અને ફરિશ્તા આવી ગયા, એ દિવસ આપણા માટે જન્નતનો દિવસ હશે, દીદારનો દિવસ હશે, અસલમાં વાસલ થવાનો દિવસ હશે. યાની કે બધું ને બધું જે બી આપણે વિચાર કરીએ છે એ બધું એ જ દિવસે હશે. યાની કે મરવાથી પહેલા જ આપણે જન્નતના અંદર હશું, ફરિશ્તાઓ સાથે હશું ને ઇન્શાઅલ્લાહ મૌલાના નૂર અને દીદારના સાથે હશું. આમીન. And the angels will say, we are your friends in this life of the world, and we will be in the hereafter. There you will have that all your soul's wishes, desires, and there you will have all of which you pray. શું કીધું કે હવે આ જન્નતમાં તમે જી ચાહશો, તમારી જે બી તમારી ખ્વાહિશ હશે, તમે જે બી ચાહશો ને એ બધું તમને અહીંયા મળવાનું. શું કામે કે હવે તમારા ઘર એવા ફરિશ્તાઓ છે જે તમારી બધી ખ્વાહિશ પૂરી કરશે. તમારા ઘરે એવો નૂર છે કે જેની રોશનીમાં તમે જે ચાહશો એ કરી શકશો, ને એમાં કોઈ બી કમી કોતાઈ નહીં હશે. That's a huge promise, and that's a lot to think about this. Lot to think about it. The very last ayat we have on our board is from 1795. We are your protecting friends. Angels ke che ke we are your protecting friends in the life of the world and hereafter. हम आपके दोस्त हैं, आपकी मदद भी करेंगे और आपकी प्रोटेक्शन भी करेंगे, इस दुनिया में भी और उस दुनिया में भी. क्योंकि we are your friend today. There you will have all that your souls desire, and there you will have for which you pray. Whatever you desire and whatever you pray for, you will have it. And we will be under the wings of the angels, and they are our friend in this world and the next world. In one of the principles of the Quran, and it was amazing to me, Allah says, believe in Allah, believe in angels, believe in Quran, and believe in Rasuls, and then believe in the day of Qiyamah. If you understand what this ayat is all about and the sequence of this ayat, you will have a lot of understanding of the spiritual events. Let me repeat this again, and I will repeat this in Urdu and Gujarati Mabi. Believe in Allah, number one. Believe in angels, number two. Believe in Quran. Books. Number three, believe in Rasuls. Number four, and believe in the day of Qiyamah. Number five. હવે તમે અહીંયા જોયું કે ખુદાના પછી ફરિશ્તાઓની વાત પહેલે આવી. કે ઈમાન લ્યાવો, યકીન કરો અલ્લાહ માથે અને ફરિશ્તાઓ માથે. પછી આવ્યું કે કુરાન માથે અને રસૂલો માથે. અને આખરીમાં આવ્યું કે ક્યામતના દિવસ માથે. હવે अगर આપણે આને પૂરું જોઈએ, अगर हम इसको देखें मुकम्मल तौर पर, कि पहले फरमाया गया ईमान लाओ अल्लाह पर, ईमान लाओ फरिश्तों पर. फरिश्तों का जिक्र अल्लाह के साथ आया. फिर कुरान पर और रसूलों पर. किताब या किताबों का जिक्र और रसूलों का जिक्र बाद में आया. एट द एंड ईमान लाओ, यकीन करो उस दिन पर जिस दिन तुम पर क़यामत नाजिल होगी. तुम पर, जब आपका इसमें आज़म मुकम्मल होगा और जिस दिन आप पर क़यामत आएंगी, उस दिन आपका इमाम भी, उसका नूर भी, उसका दीदार भी, उसके फरिश्ते भी, और उसी के साथ साथ उसकी किताब का इल्म और रसूलों का इल्म भी आपके पास आ जाएगा. यानी कि आप कुल्ली तौर पर मारिफत के अंदर दाखिल हो जाएंगे. On the day when the Allah and the angels will come, along with it you will have all of the ilm of the Quran and the ilm of the Rasuls, and that is the day of Qiyamah for you. So believe it. That is their ayat. So believe it. यहां पर हम इसको रोकते हैं और यहां से हम आगाज करते हैं अपने नवरोज के सब्जेक्ट का. If you remember, about 2-3 years ago, at the very beginning, at the time of COVID, on this very channel, we had talked about Navroz. But because it was requested to repeat, I'm going to summarize that lecture, which was given in detail last time around. Navroz. Navroz is physical. Navroz is spiritual. Navroz is intellectual. नवरोज एक तरफ से जिस्मानी है, एक तरफ से रूहानी है और एक तरफ से अक्लानी है. सबसे पहले the word Navroz, the new day. If we think that Navroz, the new day, then we see the entire world celebrate the new year on January 1st. But us, or in the Persian tradition, the Navroz is celebrated on March 21st, the first day of spring, by saying that there is no more cold, freezing, but the sun has come closer to the earth, and therefore we are able to receive the heat and the light from the sun. And they celebrate very, very physically. I would like to, if you give me permission, jolt you a little bit. थोड़ा सा हमने झंझोड़ो ताकि थोड़ा दिमाग खुल जाए. With your permission. (21st March) at the one atmosphere is the day of the spring. But at the same time, on the other side of the globe is the day of the beginning of the fall and winter. एक बाजू तो स्प्रिंग आवे छे, लेकिन आज जमीनना બીજી બાજુ આપણે જોઈએ તો ત્યાં પર ફોલ અને વિન્ટરનો આગાસ થાય છે. How can you tell someone who's living on the other side of the globe, where this is the time of the beginning of the fall and winter? How can they celebrate Nowruz on 21st of March? It would make no sense because their spring starts in October. Our spring on this side of the globe starts on 21st March. So are we saying the 21st March, the Nowruz is only for half of the people on the earth and other half does not have their spring? If we take this a physical event. ये बात हमारे लिए भी दुरुस्त नहीं है और ज्योग्राफी के अंदर भी जाए तो वहां पर भी ये बात दुरुस्त नहीं है, क्योंकि 21 मार्च स्प्रिंग जमीन के आधे हिस्से में स्प्रिंग का दिन होता है, नए साल का दिन होता है, और बाकी आधे के अंदर वो फॉल और सर्दी के मौसम का आगाज का दिन होता है. इसलिए कहा गया कि नवरोज ज़ाहिरी भी है, नवरोज बातिनी भी है और नवरोज अकलानी भी है. नवरोज बातिनी किस तरह से है कि जिस दिन आपकी आलम शख्सी की जमीन, how is Nowruz spiritually? The day this land of your personal world will turn toward the sun, the nur of the Imam. That is the day of Nowruz for you. What is Nowruz? Nowruz is the day when a mu'min turns his zameen, his personal world, his face towards the light and the nur of the Imam. That is the day of Nowruz for us. For you, Nowruz could be any day of the year, any day of the year. Whenever you turn your face, your attention towards the nur, the light of the Imam. That is the day of Nowruz for you spiritually. How is Nowruz intellectually? The day we turn our intellect, the day we turn our thoughts towards the light of the ilm of the Imam, when the light of the ilm will touches your heart and will touch your mind, will touch your intellect, that will be the day of Nowruz for you. That is the day of Nowruz for the Momin. मोमिन के लिए नवरोज का दिन वो होता है जब वो अपने आलम शख्सी की जमीन को इमाम की तरफ कर देता है और इमाम के नूर का सूरज उसके ऊपर चमकने लगता है, तो उसके ऊपर नवरोज आ जाता है, फिर चाहे वो कोई भी दिन हो साल का। और उसकी अक्ल के ऊपर जब इमाम के इल्म की रोशनी पड़ती है और इमाम के इल्म से उसको इनलाइटमेंट नसीब होती है, तो वो दिन उसके लिए नवरोज का दिन होता है। वो दिन उसके लिए नवरोज का दिन होता है, क्योंकि अब उसकी सूखी जमीन के ऊपर इमाम के इल्म, इमाम के नूर, इमाम की रहमत की रोशनी पड़ी है और इसकी वजह से उसके ऊपर एक नया दिन का आगाज हो गया। और इसी के साथ वो नवरोज बनाता है, क्योंकि ये नवरोज जो है, जो जाहिरी है, वो 6 महीने के बाद खत्म हो जाएगा। This day of Nowruz will end in 6 months, but the spiritual Nowruz and the intellectual Nowruz will remain with the Momin for rest of his life. In one of the Farman in the Gold Diamond Jubilee, Houston, in the March, about 3 or 5 years ago now, time flies, Imam says, I would like to say Mubarak to you. May this day of Nowruz bring happiness to you. Now think about this Farman for a second. Imam says, I would like to say Mubarak to you, and may this day of Nowruz brings happiness to you. How can a physical Nowruz, 21st March, I mean, it is possible that some part of the world would not have a spring day. Matter of fact, a gloomy day, maybe a rainy day, maybe a cold day. But Mullah says, I wanted to give you Mubarakbadi, because the day we were in the front of the Imam only if we understood that part. Okay, that's important. If we understood that we are in the presence of the Noor, and his Noor is shining on us, then that is the day of Nowruz for you. That is the day of Nowruz for you. That is the day of spring for you. And that is the day that will bring happiness in your heart, in your soul, in your mind. And that is the Nowruz. Just a summary. If you would like to know more detail about the Nowruz and the celebration of Nowruz, I would encourage you to listen to that lecture, which is recorded on this very line, couple of years, 3 years ago, where we talked about why do we as an Ismaili celebrate Nowruz when Ismaili only celebrates. Have you ever thought about this? Have you ever wondered? We only celebrate whatever it has to do with Imam. For example, Imam's birthday, Imam's Imamat day. See, those has to do with Imam. Then why do we celebrate Nowruz? What does Nowruz has to do with Imam? The Nowruz is directly connected with the Imam, because that is the day when Imam's Noor shines on the Mu'mineen, in the heart of the Mu'mineen. When Imam's Noor touches the intellect of the Mu'mineen, that is the day of Nowruz, and Nowruz has anything and everything to do with the Noor of the Imam, and therefore we celebrate Nowruz. मुझे यकीन है कि आप में से आधे लोग से ज्यादा इस बात से हैरान हो रहे होंगे कि हम तो समझते थे नवरोज कहीं पर्शिया से आ गया और हम बस उसको सेलिब्रेट करते हैं स्प्रिंग के तौर पर, जबकि नवरोज का ताल्लुक हमारी रूह और इमाम के नूर से था, इमाम के नूर से था। यहाँ पर अगर हमारे साथ नूरुद्दीन भाई मौजूद है तो नवरोज के मौके पर और नवरोज की खुशी को महसूस करते हुए अगर वो हाजिर है तो वो हाथ ऊपर करे ताकि हम देख सके कि वो है कि नहीं। और वो चाहते थे कि एक नवरोज के मौके पर डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन होना चाहिए कि किस तरह से मोमिनीन झूम झूम कर नवरोज को शुक्रगुजारी के साथ सेलिब्रेट कर सकते हैं। तो अगर नूरुद्दीन भाई मौजूद है तो प्लीज रेज योर हैंड so you could be unmuted.
Ya Ali Madad.
Ya Ali Madad.
Thank you, Aziz Ba. Ya Ali Madad ने अजीज थी हमारी बातचीत થઈ રહી હતી એક દિવસ પહેલા, તો આપણને ઇસ્મે આઝમ મળી ગયો છે, મૌલા બાપાએ આપણને એક્સેપ્ટ કરી લીધા છે, પણ પછી શું રીઝન છે કે આપણે ઇબાદતમાં ગિરિયાઝારીમાં આપણે આગળ કેમ નથી વધી શકતા? એના પર અમારી ઘણી લાંબી ડિસ્કશન ચાલી. તો એના અંદર રિઝલ્ટ એ આવ્યો ડિસ્કશનમાં કે આપણે એ જોઈએ કે આપણા પીરોએ, આપણા આરીફોએ, આપણા પેગમ્બરોએ કેવી રીતે દુઆ માંગી, કેવી રીતે મૌલાને રાજી કર્યું અને એ લોકો કામયાબ થઈ ગયા. તો આપણે એ લોકોનો તરીકો આપણે ઇસ્તેમાલ કરવો જોઈએ, વાપરવો જોઈએ, કારણ કે જેવી રીતે એ લોકોની તરક્કી થઈ તો આપણી બી એવી રીતે કાંઈ તરક્કી થઈ શકે છે. તો પહેલે જોઈએ આપણે કે હઝરત દાઉદ અલૈહિસ્સલામ, એની આખી સામ ચોપડી લખાણી એમાં બાઇબલના અંદર, ને દાઉદ અલૈહિસ્સલામની તમે ચોપડી જોશો તો સામ 5માં ફોરગિવનેસ અને સિનનું લખેલું છે. સામ 51, 103માં લવ ઓફ ગોડ અને પ્રેઝના ઉપર વાત કરે છે. તો ક્યારે મોકો મળે તો આપણે આ ચોપડીઓને જોવી જોઈએ અને એના અંદર જોવું જોઈએ કે કેવી રીતે કમ્પ્લેન અને ગિરિયાઝારી અને દુઆ એક સાથે માંગે છે. તો આપણે એનો દરવેશોનો તરીકો, ઇમામોનો, પેગમ્બરોનો જે તરીકો છે એને શીખી લેશું તો આપણને બહુ જ મજા આવશે અને આપણે આગળ વધી શકશું. અને નવરોઝના દિવસે જે નવરોઝ નવો દિવસ આવે છે તો ત્યાંથી આપણે એની શરૂઆત કરીએ અથવા કાલ રાતથી શરૂઆત કરી શકીએ છીએ. તો આપણા આરીફે કામિલ જે લોકો ઇમામની મસ્તીમાં હોય છે, પીરો, પેગમ્બરો, તે લોકો કેવી રીતે માંગે છે મોલાથી, તો એ લોકો બીજાને કેવી રીતે ઇન્વાઇટ કરે છે. તો આમાં છે કે અગર તું મસ્ત મૌલા હૈ તો આજા અશ્ક બરસાએ, કે અગર તું આ મૌલાનો આશિક છો તો આવી જાય, આપણે આંસુ વહાવીએ એના યાદમાં. તુજે અગર ફિક્ર ફરતા હૈ, તને કાલની ફિકર છે તો આજા અશ્ક બરસાએ, આવી જા આપણે આંસુ વહાવીએ. પછી કહે છે કે બહોત દૂર મંઝિલ હૈ તો આજા અશ્ક બરસાએ, અગર મંઝિલ બહુ દૂર છે, છેટી છે, તો એનો તરીકો આપણે શીખાડે છે કે આપણે મૌલાની યાદમાં થોડા સા આંસુ વહાવીએ. પછી છે કે પીર નાસિર ખુસરો અને રૂમી, મૌલાના રૂમી, એ લોકો કેવી રીતે ગિરિયાઝારીને ઇબાદત કરતા હતા. કહે છે કે ઇલાહી ચારાએ બેચારગાન કુન, ઇલાહી રહેમતી બરબંદગાન કુન, ઇલાહી રહેમત દરિયાએ આમ અસ્ત, વસ અંજા કતરાએ મારા તમામ અસ્ત. કહે છે કે ઇલાહી યા અલી અલ્લાહ, મદદ કર અમે બેચારાઓ પર, કે तेरी रहमत ओ हम गुलामों पर, तेरी रहमत हो हम गुलामों पर, इलाही या मौला तेरी रहमत का दरिया बेपायान है, जिससे एक कतरा भी हमारे लिए काफी है. એ કહે છે કે તારી રહેમતનું એક ટીપું પણ મળી જશે ને તો હું આબાદ થઈ જઈશ. તો હવે આટલી બધી આપણા પાસે મિસાલો છે અને આટલા બધા આપણા પેગમ્બરો જ્ઞાનોમાં, પછી તમે જ્ઞાનોમાં જોશો તો તમને અજીબો ગરીબ ગિરિયાઝારી છે. આજે આપણે એનું પણ થોડું ડેમોન્સ્ટ્રેશન કરશું કે જ્ઞાનમાં આપણે કેવી રીતે ગિરિયાઝારી છે. તો ઇબાદત કરવાનો ટાઈમ જે છે એ ટેસ્ટ ટાઈમ છે. તો અઝીઝ સરે હંમેશા કીધું છે આપણે એ ટેસ્ટ છે. તો પરીક્ષા આપવા માટે આપણે તૈયારી કરવી જોશે. તો તૈયારી કેવી રીતે કરવી જોઈએ કે થોડી ગિરિયાઝારી, થોડી મોલા બાપાથી વાતો કરવાની. તો આપણને એવું થવું જોઈએ કે આપણે સામે છે અને આપણે એનાથી રૂબરૂ વાત કરી રહ્યા છે. ઠીક છે, આપણે ચાલુ કરીએ એક ડેમોન્સ્ટ્રેશન કે કેવી રીતે આપણા જે ગુરુ, પીર, ફકીર, આરિફાન અને જે આપણા પેગમ્બરો હતા એ પહાડોમાં જઈને મુસા અલૈહિસ્સલામ અને રસૂલુલ્લાહ કેવી રીતે ખુદાથી ગુફ્તગુ કરતા હતા. બિસ્મિલ્લાહિર रहमानिर रहीम. अली अल्लाह मदद फरमाओ, अली अल्लाह मदद फरमाओ, अली अल्लाह मदद फरमाओ. ए खुदावंदे रहम रहमी, ए खुदावंदे रहम रहमी, यकीनन ए खुदावंदे रहम रहमी तू ही है, रहम रहमी तू ही है. ए दोस्तों ہم سب ایک دل سے نیت اور خیال میں یکجا ہو کر بارگاہ الہی میں رحمان کی مناجات کریں، رحمان کی مناجات کریں کہ یا علی اللہ، ہم دل و جان اور عشق سے محبت سے ایسی مناجات کرنا چاہتے ہیں، ایسی مناجات کرنا چاہتے ہیں جس میں تیری نورانی تائید ہو، ورنہ ہماری مناجات روح العشق سے خالی ہوگی، یقیناً خالی ہوگی۔ یا مولا تیری دستگیری چاہتے ہیں، تیری خوشنودی چاہتے ہیں، اے خداوند عالم و حکیم، علی اللہ علی اللہ، یا قائم القیامت، اپنے نور ازل کے نورانی معجزات کے ساتھ ہماری علمی مشکلوں کو آسان کر دینا، اور تمام ساتھیوں کو علمی خدمت کے لیے علی اللہ ہمت عطا فرما، علی اللہ۔ ہماری کوتاہی کمیوں قصوروں سے درگزر کر ہمارے گناہوں کو بخش دے اور ہم پر رحم فرما، تو ہی ہمارا مالک اور مولا ہے، تو ہی ہمارا مالک اور مولا ہے، یا علی اللہ۔ اے طبیب روحانی، اے طبیب روحانی، ہماری ضعیف العمری پر رحم فرما، اور ہم میں سے جو کمزور ہیں ان کی جسمانی کمزوریوں کو دور کر، اے قادر مطلق، اے قادر مطلق، اے کریم کارساز، اے رحیم بندہ نواز، ہماری گریہ زاری اور یہ چھوٹی سی کوششوں کو اپنی بارگاہ میں قبول فرمانا، علی اللہ۔ دیکھیں کہ پیروں نے کس طرح سے گریہ زاری کی گنانوں کے اندر، سونا ویچی ساجن لیجے موتی کے رے مول رے، سونا ویچی ساجن لیجے موتی کے رے مول رے، وہ سجن کم چھوڑیے، وہ سجن کم چھوڑیے، لوکا کے رے مول رے، یا قیوم یا قادر، یا قیوم یا قادر، یا علی علی، یا علی اگیسنی، یا علی ادویتنی، یا علی اگیسنی، یا علی ادویتنی، ہر بلا تو ہر بلا تو دور کر، مشکل کشا مولا علی، یا قیوم یا قادر، या कयूं या कादिर चाली चाली हूँ ताकी रही मौला हवे नहीं रे चलाय रे चाली चाली हूँ ताकी रही मौला हवे नहीं रे चलाय रे या अली या यानी जिस पल छोड़ा पियूं को इस नींद नावे रात रे जिस पल छोड़ा पियूं को इस नींद नावे रात रे जीव गवावे अपना जीव गमावे अपना जिक्र दिन रात कर रे तो તમે જોઈ શકો છો કે પીરોની આ ગિરિયાઝારીના અંદર એટલો પાવર છે કે માણસ એના પછી અગર ઇબાદત કરે તો એને કેટલો ફાયદો થશે તો આ જે એક નાનકડું ડેમોન્સ્ટ્રેશન હતું પણ જ્યારે જ્યારે આપણને વખત મળે છે ત્યારે ત્યારે આપણે આપણા દિલને આપણા નફ્સે અમારાને મલામત કરવા માટે આવી રીતે આપણે ગિરિયાઝારી કરીએ અને પછી આપણે ઇબાદત કરશું તો ઇન્શાઅલ્લાહ મૌલા અમારા પર રાજી થશે અને આપણને જલ્દી આવીને પોતાનો નુરાની ઝાહિરી દીદાર પર નસીબ કરશે આમીન Thank you for listening to me. Sorry for my voice and my little bit emotion here. I'm not a Ginan Kwan. I never recite Ginan in Jamat Khana, but I tried. Thank you so much. Yali Madad, everyone.
Subhanallah, Subhanallah. Both Nawazish, Subhanallah. Thank you so much for a great demonstration, a great Giriyazari. May Mola accept this Giriyazari, and inshallah, we will practice the Giriyazari in the way that you have taught us for the benefit of our soul and our intellect, inshallah ta'ala. Thank you so much. So here we will stop our session. Now we can open the floor and the mics for those friends who may have any comments or any question. Then we can come and discuss whatever we need to talk about. I believe Shirazba wanted to ask a meaning of something from a Ginan. What was that, Shirazba, that you wanted to ask other day?
I replied you that we have...
You did? Okay, okay. So we no longer need to worry about it?
The question that we wanted to ask was when the youngsters ask us on the explanation of Mukhi Sahib's dua, dua nit khair, ilahi khair, akbar jo khair kar. There is somebody did tell me that there is a deep meaning in that dua. That was number thing. But before you go on, sir, the gentleman who gave us this, is that your brother?
That's my brother, Nurdin Ba.
Yes. Because the name Rajpari dekha, maine bola Allah ka kya blessing hai. Ek ghar mein do intellectuals aa gaye aur wo sab hamare nasib mein aa jaye. Shukr.
Alhamdulillah. So, yes, could you repeat that question from Mukhi Sahib's dua, please?
Yeah, that dua Mukhi Sahib that gives dua niyat khair karo, akbar jo khair kar, ya Ali tu khair kar, khair jivanti shato jo huzur mein kabul kar. It's in Kachi to explain what is khair. I know is to give something good to us, to have rahmat on us, to give us
Mm-hmm. So for our children, and especially to understand, so in the Quran you will find the one who have received ilm has received khair kasir. One that has received the ilm has received the khair kasir. So khair kasir means such a bounty or abundant bounty which will never end. Even though khair in the Urdu language or Sindhi or Kutchi language is a very minor or the common term. But in the Quranic language, khair is a huge, has a great meaning behind it. Meaning that you will have a bounty of all things, bounty of all things. May it be the physical, spiritual, or intellectual. So when Mukhi says that tamari khair thaye, akabat ni khair thaye. Tamari duniya na andar bhi tamne ઘણી બધી bounties મળે અને તમને આખરીમાં બી ઘણી બધી blessings અને bounties નસીબ થાય. તો અહીંયા ખેરનો મતલબ છે treasure box of blessings. Treasure box of blessing. આ ખેરનો મતલબ થાય છે. આખો બચ્ચો ખેર કરે યા અલી તું ખેર કરે. Meaning have your blessing and all your bounties on us. Khair ji venti shah tujhe huzur mein kabul kar. This is our request. Venti, request. We are requesting for such a bounties which will never end. And please accept that in your huzur-e-pur-nur. So that is the dua of the Mukhi Sahib at the end. And shukr alhamdulillah that we are able to do this. We have such a blessed Jamat Khana and such a blessed kriya and rites and ritual, which tariqa or religion in the world have such a great prayers and the living imam who can guide us. So that is the prayer of the Mukhi Sahib. Only thing I would like to add to that, Shiraz Ba, is whenever we are standing in the front of Mukhi Sahib, we have to remember we are asking for bounties of three beings. The physical being, the spiritual being, and the intellectual being, because human lives three lives, a physical life, a spiritual life, and an intellectual life together. We stay on the three levels at all of the time. So we just have to remember that. So this dua the Mukhi Sahib gives, the bounties that he gives, the blessings that he gives is for our physical, more than that, for our soul, and more than that, for our intellect.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So we have Gulzar Baria, who was next. Would you like to unmute?
याली मदद सर सॉरी मैं है ना लेट ज्वाइन करी, लेकिन मेरे को एक चीज पूछना था कि लास्ट टाइम आप बोले थे कि वो मोहम्मद भाई आपको जो क्वेश्चन पूछे थे ना वो याद दिलाना, और यास्मीन शामजी बैमा भी उसके रिलेटेड पूछे थे, तो आज हो गया सर वो?
नहीं, क्या क्वेश्चन था मुझे याद दिलाए
सर? वो है ना एंजल्स का ही था कि
Mohammed Bhai is with us. Let me see. Mohammed Bhai, you are with us. What was the question?
Question was that I had asked you last time that a person is very sick and he has been told that he's not going to live any longer further, and he goes to Mukhi Sahib, and to Mukhi Sahib he says all the sins he has done, whatever, and he goes to Mukhi Sahib and tells him to forgive all his sins. So what happens is Mukhi Sahib gives him a chato and all his sins are forgiven. So I was just asking you, that means I'm through with that now. Now I can go straight to what that was the question I asked you. Now, after that, two things came into my mind.
Mm-hmm.
One is, if you go to Mukesh Sahib and you get chato, is it a bulchuk chato, or is it you can be forgiven for all the sins? Now, that is one, because Maulana Sultan Muhammad Shah said, if you do somebody's sin, and if Imam forgives you, then Imam is not Rahman or Rahim. See, he cannot do, if you have done somebody's sin, you have to go to that person and ask for forgiveness. Okay, there's one. Second thing came in my mind, that what is the intention of a person when he goes to Mukesh Sahib? Because I remember what happened was, once a person went to ALWAAZ and told ALWAAZ that, look, I have not given my dason, and I want my dason to be, chato nakine mane maaf karavi nakhe se my dason. So that ALWAAZ said, you can go to Mukesh Sahib and tell Mukesh Sahib what you have done. He went and told Mukesh Sahib that I'm doing a business and I haven't paid dason and all this thing. And then Mukesh Sahib gave him a chato and maaf kari nako. Then after some times, the ALWAAZ met him. See, ALWAAZ said, what happened? He said, Mukesh Sahib પાસે ગયો એને બધા છાંટો નાખીને મને માફ કરી દીધું. સમજો ને? કે હવે તને માફ કરી દીધું, હવેથી તો તમે બરાબર દસોન ગયો છો ને? એ છે હવે શું દસોન દેવાની? હું તો રિટાયર્ડ થઈ ગયો છે. હવે તો મારા છોકરા દુકાનવાળા છે. That's what I'm just trying to bring to your attention, that these are the two things that came in my mind as well. Okay, so now you are going to talk more on that.
Okay, so my sister, I don't know if you were asking the same question or the different question. I believe she was asking something about angels. So we will come back to that.
No. Sir, sorry. I was asking this only because you told that make me remember, so I will clear. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. So, यहाँ पर शौकत भाई ने जी एक सवाल છે એમાં હું એક વાત ક્લિયર કરવા ચાહું છું કે જે જમાનામાં આપણે પઢે लिखेला નહોતા બલકે ઢોર જેવા હોતા હતા ત્યારના ફરમાન જ્યારે મોલાએ ફરમાવ્યું કે તમે જેનો ગુનો કર્યો છે એના આગળ જઈને માફી માંગો અગર ઈ માફ કરશે તો હું માફ કરવાનો નકર હું પણ ઈ ગુના માફ નથી કરી શકતો હવે આના અંદર એક પ્રોબ્લેમ છે આ વાતના અંદર શું પ્રોબ્લેમ છે કે હવે અગર હું પોતાની વાત કરું या તમારી વાત કરું આપણે આફ્રિકામાં રહેતા હતા કરાચીમાં રહેતા હતા ઇન્ડિયામાં રહેતા હતા જ્યારે આપણે બચપનમાં 72 થી પહેલા ને ત્યાં પર હવે કોઈનો આપણે ગુનો કર્યો હવે ઈ માણસ ક્યાં ગુમાઈ ગયો આપણને ક્યાં ખબર હવે હું કેમ માફી માંગુ એનાથી મને કયો હું કેમ માફી માંગુ એના અગર આજે મને દિલમાં દુખે છે કે મેં ફલાણા ભાઈની ને તકલીફ પહોંચાડ્યું તો ને મને ખરેખર એવું લાગે છે કે મેં ગુનો કર્યો છે ઈ ભાઈનો હવે હું કેમ અને ક્યાં પર જાઉં એનાથી માફી માંગવા પોસિબલ નથી રાઈટ તો હું કેમ માફી માંગુ એનાથી હવે એના ઉપર તમને એક વાત સુલતાન મોહમ્મદ શાહના ફરમાનથી સમજાવું કે મોલા એમ કે છે કે અગર તમે કોઈનો ગુનો કર્યો છે તો ફોરન થી તમે માફી માંગી લ્યો यानी कि આજે તમે કોઈને સાથે કોઈનું દિલ દુખાયું તો જલ્દી થી માફી માંગી લ્યો ઈ શીખવાડવાનું હતું ઈ લેસન હતું એના અંદર હવે 25 વર્ષ 50 વર્ષ પછી આપણે કોઈથી માફી માંગવા હવે એ માણસ મળે ક્યાં આપણને બીજું કે આપણે શું કામે જલ્દી કે આજે આપણે માફી માંગી લે આજે કોઈનું દિલ દુખાયું આજે માફી માંગી લીધી આપણને ખબર નથી કે આપણે કાલે હસું કે નહીં હસું ને ઈ ભાઈ ને બેન બી કાલે હશે કે નહીં હશે એ સમજાવવા માટે મોલાએ આ ફરમાન ફરમાયો હતો. આખરી વાત ઈ કે મોલાની જે રહેમત છે ને, મોલાની જે રહેમત છે એ બધા કરતા ઉપર છે. હર ચીજ કરતા ઉપર ઇમામની રહેમત છે, એનાથી ઉપર કાંઈ નથી. અગર આપણે આ વાતને યકીન કરીએ તો મોલાનો આ ફરમાન આપણને યાદ આવશે કે ઈ માણસે જે ઇમામ હુસેનના છોકરાને, નાનકડા બાળકને કતલ કરી નાખ્યો તીર મારીને, અને ઇમામ હુસેનને કતલ કરી નાખ્યો. ક્યામતના દિવસે મોલા ફરમાવે છે અમે એને બી માફ કરી નાખશું. હવે ઈ ભાઈ તો માફી માંગવા નહોતો આવ્યો, છાંટો લેવા પણ નહોતો આવ્યો. ઈ ભાઈ જે ઇમામ હુસેનને શહીદ કર્યો, ઈ ના તો માફી માંગવા આવ્યો ના છાંટો લેવા આવ્યો. લેકિન મોલા ફરમાવે છે, મોલાના ફરમાનમાં છે કે અમે તેને પર માફ કરી નાખશું. આનેથી આપણને ખબર પડી કે ઇમામની રહેમતના માથે કોઈ ચીજ નથી. તમને અહીંયા એક મને એનાથી પહેલા કોઈ પૂછે, મને ખાતરી છે કે કોઈ મને પૂછશે અહીંયા કે એક જગા પર આપણે એક બહુ મોટા નામદાર મિશનરીએ કીધું કે બધા ગુનાહ માફ થશે પણ શિર્ક માફ નહીં થશે. હું તમને અહીંયા મોલાને હાજર નાઝિર અને સાક્ષી સાથે કહું છું, મોલાની રહેમતથી ઉપર કાંઈ પણ નથી. તમે કેટલો બી મોટો ગુનો કર્યો હોય, અગર તમારી નિયત સાચી છે, તમે હાથ જોડીને રિગ્રેટ સાથે, દિલને દુખાવા સાથે કયો છો તોબો તોબો તફીદાર બંદો સરતા પાગનેગાર, યાશા તું બક્ષે બક્ષણહાર, તું બક્ષણહાર છો, યા મોલા તું મને બક્ષી દે. I'm so sorry. If your intention, your heart is pure, your sin will be forgiven completely, 100%. 100%. If you believe. હવે તમે આજી મિસાલ આપી આ ભાઈની, અગર એ ભાઈનો મકસદ ચીટિંગ હતો તો એ તો મોલાના ને એના વચમાં છે. હું શું કહું એના બારામાં, કે એ સમજતો હતો કે મેં મોલાને ટ્રિક કરી લીધો, ચીટ કરી લીધો. તો યાદ રાખજો, મોલા ખેરુલ માકરીન છે, તમે એને ચીટ નથી કરી શકતા, તમે એને ચીટ નહીં કરી શકશો. અગર એની નિયત હતી મોલાને ચીટ કરવાની, તો હું અર્જુન પર કહું કે એના વચમાં નહીં, મોલાના વચમાં છે, ના કે તમારા ને મારા અને મિશનરીના વચમાં. તો ઇન્શાલ્લાહ આ તમારા સવાલનો કમ્પ્લીટ ઇન્શાલ્લાહ જવાબ હતો. જી
અઝીઝભાઈ,
શમીમ, okay.
અઝીઝભાઈ,
જી
કે તમે લાસ્ટ ટાઈમ કીધું હતું કે ધ ફર્સ્ટ ક્વેશ્ચન મેં જે પૂછા કર્યો, તો તમે કીધું કે એને સિન્સિયરલી જો ગુનો કર્યો હોય ને એને શું છે મુકી સાહેબે માફ કરી દીધો, તો એનો રસ્તો એમ થયો કે પછી એના માટે તો રસ્તો ક્લિયર થઈ ગયો ને?
લેકિન બાકીની જે જિંદગી છે એમાં એ ગુના તો નથી કરી શકતા. હવે પછી ક્યાં ગુનાની માફી માંગવા જશે? આખરી છાંટો નખાવી લીધો
અને પછી ગુના ન કરી,
હા, તો પછી એનો રસ્તો આસાન છે, એનો રસ્તો માફ નથી થઈ ગયો. એનો જે રસ્તો છે, રોવાની જર્ની છે એની, એ તો તમારા પુણ્ય માથે છે ને, તમારા ગુડ ડીડ્સ માથે છે કે તમને કયો જગા મળી. તો મેં તમને એક વાત સમજાવી હતી કે તમે ગુના રાખો આ હાથમાં, ચલો આપણે રાખીએ કે 6 ગુના હાથમાં છે ને 6 સવાબ આ હાથમાં છે. તમારા 6 ગુના તમે માફ કરાવી લીધા, તમારા 6 સારા કામ બચી ગયા. લેકિન તમને ત્યાં પર પહોંચવા માટે 1000 સારા કામ જોતા હતા, તો તમે ત્યાં પર તો ના પહોંચ્યા ને. તમને હજુ 1000 સારા કામ કરવા છે ત્યાં પહોંચવા માટે. તમારી ઇબાદત પૂરી નથી થઈ ગઈ, ગુનાહ માફ થઈ ગયા છે, તમારી ઇબાદત પૂરી નથી થઈ ગઈ. તો ગુનાહની માફીની બક્ષાવણી સિર્ફ શું કરે છે કે આપણો રાસ્તો છે ને જી થોડો ઈઝી કરી નાખે છે. નકર ગુનાઓ સાથે અગર આપણે આ દુનિયાથી ગુજરી ગયા તો આપણો રસ્તો છે ને બહુ કઠણ છે, બહુ હાર્ડ હશે. ને એના માટે જે આપણે વર્ડ યુઝ કરીએ છીએ, regret will be so great that you will not be able to move forward. એ રિગ્રેટ ને કટ કરવા માટે, ફિનિશ કરવા માટે, અલગ કરવા માટે આપણે ગુનાહોની માફી માંગીએ છીએ તાકે આપણો વજન ઓછો થાય થોડો. જી.
Okay. Yeah, okay. This is what you are going to discuss about. બરાબર, તમે લાસ્ટ ટાઈમ કીધું હતું કે આપણે એની પર ડિસ્કસ કરશું કે તમારા અમલ કેવા છે ને અમલ ઉપર everything.
That was the point. Yes.
Thank you, Mohammed Bhai. Thank you. Shall we give somebody else a chance? With
Yes,
Shamim,
go ahead, take the Shamim. Ji, go
Shamim.
ahead.
Yes. Yali Madad, Aziz sir.
Yali Madad.
So you mentioned, was the ayat, I think it was an ayat where you say believe in Allah and the angels and the Quran and Rasul and the day of Qiyamah. So if you can explain more batini, especially about the, to believe in the day of Qiyamah, if there is any other internal meaning, and also how do we connect that with the ayah or the surah that we recite, Surah Nisa, in second part of dua? How do we connect those two things?
Right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So in the Quran there are some principles. Okay, there are some principles. Whenever you come to a ayat, for example, Atiullah wa Atiu Rasul, so જ્યાં પર ભી અતિ નો વર્ડ આવે, ઇત્તહાદ નો વર્ડ આવે, following and submission નો વર્ડ આવે, પછી કુરાનમાં જ્યાં પર ભી અતિ નો વર્ડ આવશે એ બધી આયતો એકબીજાથી ઇન્ટરકનેક્ટેડ છે. તો અહીંયા પર આવ્યું યા અયુલઝીના અતિઉલ્લાહ વ અતિહુમ મલાઇકા વ અતિઉલ કિતાબા વ અતિઉ રસૂલા વ અતિઉલ યોમે આખરીન. તો અહીંયા જે સમજાવવાની વાત હતી એ હતી કે તમે ઈમાન લ્યાવો અલ્લાહ માથે ને યકીન કરો કે અલ્લાહ તમારા સાથે અને તમારા કરીબ છે. અને બધાથી પહેલા તમે યકીન રાખો કે ફરિશ્તાઓ પર અલ્લાહના સાથે તમારા કરીબ અને તમારા સાથે છે. બાકી બધું તો પછીની વાત છે. આપણે વિચાર કરીએ, આપણે પોતાને સવાલ કરીએ, આપણે હંમેશા કહીએ છીએ મોલા બાપા મારા સાથે છે. ક્યારે આપણે કીધું કે ફરિશ્તા મારા સાથે છે? ના કીધું. આ ઈમાનદારીની વાત છે. ના કીધું ને આપણે. અહીંયા સમજાવવામાં આવ્યું છે કે તમે મૌલાના સાથે ફરિશ્તાને બી પોતાનો દોસ્ત બનાવો. Make Imam your friend and wali, master, and also keep angels your friend, so they may help you. So they may help you. આ પાર્ટ છે ને જે આપણે ભૂલી ગયા છે. And we don't talk about it, we don't think about it. Even કે આપણને બધાને ખબર છે કે હર ઇન્સાનના સાથે every single human has an angel and has a devil. આપણે જેટલો ડેવલને યાદ કરીએ છીએ ને એટલો આપણે એન્જલને યાદ નથી કરતા. આપણે ઈમાનદારીની વાત છે આ. That is honest to God truth. As much as we think and remember our devil, આપણે પોતાના ફરિશ્તાને એટલું યાદ નથી કરતા. If I'm wrong, please stop me and tell me, and I will admit. Humbly, I will admit that. But we don't. That is true. અહીંયા એ સમજાવવામાં આવ્યું છે કે તમે યકીન રાખો કે જેવી રીતે તમારા સાથે હર હંમેશા તમારો ઇમામ છે, તમારા સાથે તમારો ફરિશ્તો પણ છે. તમે એને મોકો તો આપો. Give him a chance. Give him the chance to talk to you. Give him chance to help you. Give him chance to guide you. Because Imam has put him there to help you. This was the meaning of this ayat. And all the ayat always is connected that you cannot have iman or the itaat of Allah without the iman and itaat on the Rasul, and you cannot have the iman and itaat of the Rasul without having the iman and the itaat on the ulil amra minkum, the one who is with the amr amongst you. That is the meaning of all of this. Last question was your day of Qiyamah. What day of Qiyamah? That is another very misunderstood concept. Everyone in the world, 8 billion people, are waiting for the day of Qiyamah. They think, okay, that is not true. They think there will be one day, and I'm very dearly challenging that there is no day coming when the entire world will just vanish. બધા માણસો મરી જશે એક સાથે બધા મરી જશે. એવો દિવસ ક્યારે નથી આવવાનો. અહીંયા જે ક્યામતની વાત થઈ રહી છે એ ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલ ક્યામત છે. હવે તમે કહો કે આ ક્યામત કેટલી કિસ્મની છે, તો એ પણ નાચીઝ ને ગરીબ તમને જવાબ દઈ શકે છે કે કેટલી કિસ્મની ક્યામતો છે. લેકિન આ ક્યામત ઇન્ડિવિજ્યુઅલી તમારી ને હર એકની બે તરીકે से આવે છે. This Qiyamah, the belief in the day of Qiyamah will come to individually to everyone in two shapes and form. One, spiritually, if you are successful in your Isme Azam and Ibadat in this lifetime. Second, the day that you die is the day of Qiyamah for you. But there are many other Qiyamah. Inshallah, if question asked, we will be happy to answer that. Ji.
Zulobia, please. Bismillah.
Yali Madad, Aziz sir.
Yali Madad.
I just have an observation to make because it has happened to someone I know previously. In 1997, when Hazrat Imam was giving Didar in Kenya, at that time, after the Didar was over, this particular lady was taken to hospital. And sadly, she passed away. In the farmlands of Chandrat, there is, correct me if I'm wrong, but Hazrat Imam Sultan Muhammad Shah alayhi salam said that I shall only be happy if none of my murids passes away as a sinful person. Is this something which would qualify that lady? That she didn't pass away as a sinful person because after Didar, she didn't survive for more than half an hour.
So let me answer you with another Didar and Dakhla story. At one time, when Imam Hassan Ali Shah and Imam Ali Shah Mabab were present in a Didar hall. It's a very famous story. If you have not heard, you will love it and you will enjoy it. Mullah Ali Shah was on the mic. Imam Hassan Ali Shah in the Gadi of the Imamat sitting. Imam Ali Shah Mabab at that time at the Jama of a Pir says, my father, your Imam is asking in the Didar hall, okay? Is there anyone in this Didar hall can tell me that he has no sin on his shoulder? Keche, Ali Shah Mabab keche, Mara Bapa, Tamaro Imam, Hassan Ali Shah puche che, કે અહીંયા કોઈ એવો ખુદાનો બંદો બેઠો છે કે જેના માથે એક પણ ગુનો ના હોય, કોઈ પણ ઊભું ના થયો, કોઈ પણ ઊભું ના થયો. પાછળ એક બુઢો બેઠો હતો, એકદમ ખખડેલો બુઢો બેઠો હતો પાછળ. એ પોતાના હાથ ઉપર કર્યો. બધાએ પૂરી જમાત હસવા માંડી. The one old man sitting in the back, all of the sudden raised his hand. The entire Jamaat started to laugh that this man has gone mad. This old man has gone mad. બધા હસવા માંડ્યા. મોલાએ કીધું ખામોશ, ખામોશ. બોલાવ્યો ઓલા બાપાને. એકદમ ખખડેલો બિચારો બહુ જ બુઢો હાસે 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 ચાલીને આવ્યો સ્ટેજ તક. अली शाह माँ बाप ने पूछो कि क्या तुम पर कोई गुनाह नहीं है? ओलो बुढ़ो के छे, मोला हूँ तो एटलो गुનેગાર છું કે હું મારા ગુના ગણી પણ નથી શકતો. Imam asked, are you saying you have no sin on you? He said, yeah, Mullah, I'm so sinful, I cannot even count. So Mullah said, why did you raise your hand? શું કરવા તે શા માટે તારો હાથ ઉપર અપાડ્યો? તો કે અમના મોલાએ કીધું તું 2 મિનિટ પહેલા કે જીએ મારા દીદાર કર્યા એના બધા ગુના માફ. જીએ મારા દીદાર કર્યા એના બધા ગુના માફ. I believe in my Imam. શું કે છે કે અમના મારા મોલાએ કીધું કે જીએ મારા દીદાર કર્યા એના બધા ગુના માફ ને મારો ઈમાન મારા ઇમામના માથે છે. ખબર છે મોલાએ શું ફરમાયું? Entire Jamat, remember એના અંદર મોટા મોટા અલવાઈઝ બી હશે, ભગત પણ હશે, મુખી કામડિયા પણ હશે. That amongst all of you, there is only one single mu'min truly is the true mu'min of the Imam of the time who believe in the Imam and his word. Only one amongst all of you. Because he believed in him, right? Therefore he raised his hand and said, I have no sin on me. Not that he had not done a sin. That answers your question, I believe, 100%. G.
Shanaz?
Yes. Yali Madad Aziz, sir.
Yali Madad.
I wanted to just ask something that I have heard, that there are 5 sins that are not forgivable. And that is in the Quran, it says that there are 5 sins that cannot be forgiven. What are they and do they apply to us?
Let me answer that in a simple manner. There is nothing about the rahmat, the mercy of Ali Allah. Nothing. When Allah is teaching us. Even Sultan Muhammad Shah, just Muhammad Baba was talking to us earlier, have said, if you have done a sin for somebody, you must ask for forgiveness. There was a teaching there that when you hurt someone, ask for forgiveness quickly before you die or that person dies. But when it comes to the mercy of the Imam and Zaman, there is nothing about the mercy of Ali Allah. Let me show you that. Let me show you, okay? Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. All praises are due to the one who is most merciful. Most merciful. હવે તમારા સવાલ તમે પૂછો. Is there any sin that Allah cannot forgive you? Tell me. You tell me.
No, but this said, you know, there was 5 sins that in Quran it says that you cannot be forgiven. So I just wanted to know what they were. What were the
Doesn't matter. Does it matter now?
No, it doesn't. You're right, but
there you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We must. Remember, it's all about believing. When we believe, okay, so let's put one moment that Buddha Manas, that old man. What was different between that one old man and the entire Jamat present there? And I said there were Bhagas, there were missionaries, there were Mukhi Kamriyas, they were all present in Imam's huzur, right? What was the difference between those thousands of murids and this one old man? What was the difference? He believed. He believed in Imam's word. And that is where there is a huge difference. Those who believe in Imam's mercy and those who do not believe in Imam's mercy. Those who do not believe in Imam's mercy, no, your sin will not be forgiven. If you believe, it would be forgiven. It's all up to us. Imam, ito dariya dil che, ito tamne maaf karwa mate ready che. Agar apne yakin kariye to. Ji, Yasmin Saiba, go ahead. Or whoever is next.
So there was Muhammad Bhai again, or Mehrun, sorry, Shiraz Bhai, or would you like a different question from Anis?
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, can I just interrupt, sir?
Go ahead, Shiraz Bhai.
Sorry, just a little bit. That example you gave about that Buddha Bapa, you know, we sing that mostly every 2-3 times in a week in the Ananta Karo verse 63. Darshan Tamara Jabi Dekhya Tyare Chuta Sarve Janjar.
Subhanallah. Shiraz Bhai, bravo.
Thank you. I thought I just sent it.
Great reference.
That's great.
Thank you.
Aziz
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Jene didar dekhya alitana. Tena, you know, pap gya bhav. She was doing the didar of Mola Bapa.
Subhanallah. Very good references. Thank you so much. Ji, I think Mohammad Bhai is next.
Aziz Bhai, okay. આપણે હમણાં કીધું કે આપણે ફિરસ્તાને યાદ નથી કરતા, આપણે મૌલાને યાદ કરીએ છીએ પણ ફિરસ્તાને આપણે યાદ નથી કરતા. પહેલા તો ફિરસ્તાને કેવી રીતના યાદ કરવાનું, that is what I was wondering, one. Second, જો આપણે કહીએ યા અલી યા મોહમ્મદ, પણ આપણે રીતના કહીએ યા અલી તારા ફિરસ્તા થ્રુ મને આમ કર, તો doesn't it mean that it is a shirk, that we are putting Firasta in equal position as Hazar Imam?
No. So your first question is correct. Your second comment is not correct. Okay? So let me explain. Remember I put my hand over here when I was talking about Farishta?
Okay, yeah.
So we all believe that Imam is in us, right? And we also constantly believe and even remember that shaitan ne mane aa kaidu ne main aa galat kaam karu. Mara shaitan ne mane aam karu ne main aa galat kaam karu. We constantly do that, right? How many times a day do we remember our shaitan? But whenever we do, whenever we do good, we never say, thank you, my friend. Thank you for helping me.
Okay, okay.
That's what I meant.
All right, okay. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, I understand now. All right.
Yes. So I'm going to give a demonstration with your permission. So let's say, and we all believe, we have a devil on one shoulder and angel on the other shoulder. Let's say I'm your friend and I'm talking to Mohammed Bhai here and Shiraz Ba. Okay? You are my friend. If I keep ignoring you, every time you say Aziz Ba, Aziz Ba, Aziz Ba, I don't answer you. What would happen after 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times? You will say Aziz Ba is no longer my friend. And you will stop calling me. You will stop asking me. Correct? There is same two friends on your shoulder. Because we are listening to this devil all the time and doing good or bad deeds, and never listening to this angel when he's saying, this is not good, don't do it. That is not good, don't do it. We are not listening to him. What will this angel will do eventually? He will go quiet. He will no longer be your friend because you are ignoring him. You are not acknowledging him. That's why it is important for us to acknowledge him. We need to acknowledge him that thank you, I heard you. Thank you for telling me there was the wrong thing to do. You saved me, thank you. When you do that, your devil will not like that. And when you ignore your devil, what's going to happen? He's going to leave you, right? Because you're not listening to him no more. You are listening to your angel. That's what I mean. Make your angel your friend so he can help you. Not as a mullah, as a friend. He's your friend. He was appointed by the imam to help you. But if you don't acknowledge him, you don't listen to him, he has no duty, he has no obligation toward you. Anis, go ahead.
Yali Madad, sir.
Yali Madad.
I'm actually asking a couple of questions actually on the behalf of people. One is it's on chat anyway. And I think even I probably am asking the same question. The question is from Salman. She's saying, my question is how the soul is going to realize that they have committed sin if Mola is going to forgive everything. How I think she means, how is soul going to realize the fault of committing sins at the time of they depart physically from this world?
Okay, so even though question is a good question, but the concept is not good. Okay, yeah. And I'm a really frank person. I don't hide things. I don't, I'm not here just to make you feel good. I'm here to teach. Okay, so the question is a good question, but the concept is not good. Do you want to remember your sin after you die? That would be my question to you.
I think she's referring to somebody else.
We don't. It's okay. Doesn't matter who's asking. It doesn't matter. Do you want to remember your sin?
No.
No, we don't. Okay. How are we going to be answerable? See, there are so many secrets of the Imam. Sometimes I'm so afraid to say things. I can tell you that. I'm a very frank person. I openly talk about things that you have not heard from anyone else. I can almost guarantee that.
Yeah, true.
But at the same time, I'm afraid to open the secrets of the Imam. After we die, and that's what Muhammad Bhai was reminding me about the good deeds. The journey of the soul depends on your good deeds.
Yeah.
If you are taking your sin with you, it will just slow you down. It will be shackles in your feet, on your anklet.
Okay.
That is what that is. So what you wanted to do is, when you go on this journey, leave the weight of the shackles of the sin away and behind in this world. That's why in our tariqah, at the very end, especially if we are lucky enough to have the Madan Chanta, may it be from the Mullah himself, or forgiveness chanta from the Imam, Amar, the Mukhi in the Jamat Khana. So we don't have these heavy shackles in our feet. So we can move forward on the journey of the soul easily. Now, how fast and how far will you land in the journey? Do you all remember their clock? The famous clock that I always talk about.
Yeah.
Depends on your deeds.
Yeah.
Depends on your deed. You will be going from number 6 to number 5. And believe me, there are 100 or 1,000 more steps between 6 and 5. If you have no good deeds, you will be somewhere very close to 6. Would not even reach 5. May Mola never have anyone go through that pain. That's very painful. The regret that we will feel, not because of our sin, not because of our sin, because we did not listen to the Imam and we did not do any good deeds. Now, what is good deeds? To one, let's say, to you, your good deed is your dua. In the eyes of Imam, the good deed is what you do for others, not for yourself.
Yeah.
In the London Farman, Mullah Baba said, right there in your town.
Yes.
It doesn't matter what you do for yourself. It only matters what you do for others.
Yeah.
Those are the good deeds that will move you away from the 6 on your way to the 5. Why 5? Hopefully at the 4. Why 4? Hopefully at 3. And here I become afraid to say things.
Yeah.
Because on the 3, there is the bottom of the 3. There is no Noor and no Didar. On top of the 3, there is a Noor and there is a Didar. Our task in this world is at least to get to the top of the 3.
Yes. Yeah.
Inshallah.
Yeah.
And that comes with lot of good deeds and lot of ibadat.
Yeah.
Do not forget these 2 things.
Yeah.
If I were you, if anybody would ask me this question, Aziz Ba, what is you? Nobody has asked me this question ever. Aziz Ba, what is you? I will never tell you that my sin is worrying me. I will never tell you that. I'm not even worried about my sin. My sin is so many I cannot even count. But my belief in Imam's Rahmat is even greater than that.
Yes.
So I'm not worried about my sin. You know what I worry about? Do I have enough good deeds and enough ibadah to take me into the Noor? That's the only worry I have.
It's the main thing, yeah. Yeah. Now, there was a friend the other day I was talking to her, and she asked me this question, and although I answered it with what I felt anyway, but with one before, the question was, would she be alone before her time of passing, and would she be afraid?
If she is a good soul, meaning when she dies, there's 3 seconds at the end.
Yeah.
3 seconds at the end. if she is a believer of the Imam, if she has Iman on the Imam,
Yes.
Imam will hold her hand.
Now, funny enough, that's exactly what I said. Mullah's with us.
Mullah will hold your hand.
Yeah.
And not only Mullah, those who are your friend. And who are your friend? Is it Qasim Bhai, or is it Karim Bhai, is Mehdi Bhai, is Mohammad Bhai? Who's your friend?
Yeah.
Your
Yes.
angels are your friend.
Yeah. Yeah.
We just talked about that.
Yes. Yeah.
And what did angel said? Do not worry about your past,
Yeah.
your sin,
Yeah.
and do not worry about your future. We are your friend here, and we are your friend there. They're going to be holding your hand.
Yes, I think you've answered her question, because I answered her by saying, in my what I believe is when my time comes, Mullah's with me.
Amen.
Yeah. But yes, okay. I know she's on PC today, and she asked me the question the other day, but I thought if I answered it correctly for her, I don't know. But yes, thank you for that. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Leila, please go ahead. Madad. Are you okay, Leila? You don't look too good. Are you okay? You are on mute. Please unmute yourself.
You need to unmute Leila, please.
Okay, I got it. Aziz
Are
bhai?
you okay?
Yes.
हाँ,
बराबर से. Aziz bhai, to hear you is the best thing in the world for me. And I will tell you I'll say one thing about good angels. We thank them. So in other words, it's our conscience. Our conscience hurts us, and the angels that save us is our conscience, right?
Mm-hmm. So, my sister, our belief, our good concept, our good thoughts can take us to the great places. When our beliefs and our concepts are clear, we are able to move forward clearly and nicely. When it's not, we are confused and we are going around and around and around. Like I was just telling Anis a second ago, that we worry more about our sin than our deeds. Am I right in my saying this?
Right.
Because no one asks me, what worries you, Azizba? Or no one asks, how do we do good deeds? Everyone asking me, my sin, my sin, my sin. Believe in Imam's mercy. And with that good concept, you can get nijat quickly and easily. So you are correct, Ji.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you so much. Mullah bless you. If you are in any pain, any suffering, any sickness, may Mullah be with you. May Mullah be your strength and your power. May Mullah be with you.
Amen.
Madad, sir.
Ashu B.
Yeah, Yali Madad. Can I go ahead?
Yes, Ashu, please.
Yeah, sir, I wanted to ask a personal question. I believe what you say when you have Maula's Didar, that's done. But in Chandra, there's a farman ke tamari tame koi ni property khaso ya tame badnazar karso, it's not forgiven. So my personal question was, I came to America 30 years before. My brother
You got muted again, Ashu.
I came 30 years before to America. So my husband got a flat. They were staying like in India mein the day akro room wo. So he got for his sister and a brother. And his property, ancestral property, the Jade took it. When I came to America, what my Jade did, he sold off his that small flat, which my husband, not small flat, 2-bedroom apartment, and he broke my taro of my flat, and he was staying there. And he would tell me that when I die, you in all majlis mein ida panch hota na ke ruhani ja guna tame dilti maaf kari bijo, you know. So you are going yourself, you are going to say Amin. So I am going to be forgiven. So it's, my husband would say, we are in America and he's staying there, let him stay. After that, we'll get it. Now, his daughter in Australia, she's to do Australian visa, you know, all on bogus paper and all. She made papers that this flat is of my father did it to
hello?
me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, my question is, he does all this, or if some guy rapes a girl, is this sin forgiven?
Okay, I was not able to listen to your full question.
Oh.
So I'm sorry, I was trying to fix my mic.
I don't mind repeating it. You want me to repeat it, or you don't want to?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Okay, in Chandrat Farman, there is Sultan Muhammad Sahib word. Like in America, in India, they read Tamara guna maaf thase, Tamara, you know, like all that thing. But in America, that paragraph is included ke tame koi ni mal milkat khaso ya kame bat nazar karso, e guna maaf nahi thase. Okay, my brother-in-law, I came to America 30 years before. So my flat, 1,700 square feet, my Jade, he sold his 2-bedroom apartment, broke my lock and came in my flat. But that flat which he sold also was, my husband had given him a loan because he had taken the ancestral mother's property. So my husband said, flat dino hai to jade I mean, you have the money, you pay me the installment. He didn't pay, he sold that also, he stayed. And he would tell me mockingly, kya marno ne to tu to made tasbih mein muja amin chono, tu to made muja made guna maaf tai bina. So my husband said, let him stay, you know. He died in 2016, you know. But his daughter now is made bogus papers saying my father left this property to me. That's a secondary question. My question was, if my Jade did this to me, that my property he stayed, it is for my kids. Or if some man, that the other question is, if some man rapes a woman, scar her mentally, are the sins forgiven?
Okay, first, may I request, and I'm so sorry, I should have stopped you. Backbiting is not allowed on this line. I do not want it to hear, because we were talking about somebody other.
No, I told you my personal experience. This is called backbiting.
I know, but that is not good, my sister. It's not good for your soul. It's not good for my soul. It's not good for anybody's soul. But I can pray for you. I can pray for you. Let me pray for you, my sister. Ya Mola Mehban, we have made a mistake. We are so sorry. We did not mean to backbite. But emotionally, sometimes it is hard for us, Mola. So please forgive us, Mola. Amen. Please forgive my sister, Mola. Amen. She did not mean to do that, Mola. Amen. Please forgive our sin. And anyone who has harmed us, Mola, please forgive them too. Amen. Because this is just a physical, worldly material. If I have it, I don't have it, it doesn't mean anything, Mola. Amen. Our soul is eternal. Please forgive our sin and forgive sin of those who have harmed us, who has hurt us, who has anyway have taken something which was not belong to them. Ya Mola, just forgive us. Please have mercy on our soul, Mola. Please have mercy on our soul, Mola. Amen. Shukranillah, alhamdulillah, shukranillah. Mola samne sukhi salamat abad rakhe, inshallah. Amen. So let's take the last question and then we will stop.
So it's Mohammed again, or?
Aziz bhai?
Ji, Mohammed.
Sorry to bother you again. Amna tame kidhu ke you are not worried about your sin, but you are worried about ibadat badgi karvi and do good deeds. Maulana Sultan Muhammad Shah no farman છે કે તમે રાતના બંદગી કરો અને દિવસના ખરાબ કામ કરો તો તમે ઇબાદત બંદગી શું કામ આવે?
Okay. So
So
what's the
I want
question?
you to now say on that કે તમે કીધું કે you are not worried about sin. So if this person is not worried about sin, he is only worried about ibadat bangi. Ito કરે છે ibadat bangi. તો મોલાના સુલતાન મોહમ્મદ શાહ સાહેબ તો તમને શું કામ આવે? So I'm just bringing that to your attention. So if you can comment on that.
My brother Muhammad, I don't think that we read Farman. I don't think we understand Farman. Because if we understood the Farman, we would never ask a question like that. Never. Because Imam gives us example. Those are the example. If you want to worry about sin, that is fine. I'm not asking anyone not to worry about it, okay? I was just saying, I don't worry about the sin because my belief in the Imam is much greater than all of the sin I could possibly commit. Because my belief in him is much, much, much stronger and greater than any sin I could possibly do. So I'm not worried about that. I'm only worried about, do I have enough good deeds? Do I have enough ibadat? And of course, a person who is worried about his good deeds will never do sin. The person who is worried about his ibadat will never do sin. So that example that you gave, it was only because we don't understand the Farman. That was just an example. કે તમે જમાત ખાને આવી ને દુઆ પઢો ને ઇબાદત કરો અને દિવસમાં જઈને બુરા કામ કરો તો એનો શું ફાયદો? In other words, be mindful of your deeds. That's exactly what I was saying. Be mindful of your deeds.
Yeah, okay.
Mukhi Sahib, you said that no one asked you about what are the good deeds. I've asked you in the chat. Maybe I was too late.
You know, I don't see the chat, right?
Oh, okay. So can I ask you now before you go? Because so many times I wanted to ask you, but I just can't jump in, you know?
Gee, thank you so much. I truly appreciate your patience and, you know, that shows you good manner. Thank you so much, Zinat Ben. Your name is Zinat, right?
Yeah, Shukr Mola, Shukr Mola. You are our leader and you are teaching us.
I'm
have no idea how we are improving. We are improving so many different ways. We have no idea. No anger, you know, someone comes and slaps, steals. You say, bas Mola kidu che, koi no eb nahi kholvo, etle nahi kholvo.
Bas. Acha, so jo, good deeds suche. What are the good deeds? Good deeds are something that you do without return. And I want to give an example, okay? So we see a lot of volunteers in Jamat Khana. We see a lot of good people actually around us. But then, while they are giving khidmat, they are so angry at people. Why would you be angry at people? I mean, you are a volunteer, not a boss, right? So when you do good deeds, you do it with such a humility, such a ajizi, down to earth. So for example, if you would help someone, and it could be something as simple as you see someone on the street, he needs some help. You see this car, he is trying to push this car to the side. You get off from your car, you help him get to the side of the road. That's a good deed. You know why? Because you want nothing in return. For that good deed, you want nothing in return. Now compare that to a volunteer who's doing a duty in Jamat Khana, but in return, he wants your respect. He wants something in the back. Then in my eyes, that's not a good deed. Now, Mola Baba no farman biche. You know someone who's hungry, so you feed him. But what is a good deed? You show him how to cook, how to earn, and how to eat for himself. That is the better deed. Then helping one person, you know, I have asked this question online one time. If I would ask you right now, it's 9:30 in Canada. I'm sorry, in London, almost at the end of the day, correct? Or is it 10:30 probably because of the time change? Let's say it's 9:30 in London right now, it's almost the end of the day. Ask yourself, who did I help today? Have I did one good deed today? That's how you will check yourself. Let me see if I have done anything good today. If your answer is, I cannot think of one single good deed done today, I think we are in problem. We are already in trouble. Who did you help today?
Or can we not say कि मैं मारा रूह ने मदद करी, मैं मारा रूह वास्ते दुआ करी, એને છે ને કેદખાનામાંથી કાઢવાની ટ્રાય કરી મારા રૂહ ને, because જે કાંઈ છે તે રૂહ જ છે. હવે રૂહ આપણે આપણા રૂહની મદદ કરીએ તો રૂહને મદદ કરીએ.
તમે લંડનમાં રહ્યો છો?
ના, હું ટોરન્ટોમાં રહું છું.
ટોરન્ટોમાં રહ્યો છો. લંડનનો આ ફરમાન મેં થોડી વાર પહેલા કોટ કર્યો. પાછો કોટ કરું છું ગુજરાતીમાં.
ઓકે.
તમે પોતા માટે જે બી કરો છો એનો કાંઈ અકાઉન્ટ નથી. જે તમે બીજા માટે કરો છો ઈ ગણાશે. Remember two things, good deed and ibadat. What you talk about was ibadat. Ibadat is for our soul. Where is your good deed? You will be only judged by two things. You only be judged by two things.
Amal and ibadat.
If you go there with all the ibadat, and zero good deed,
okay,
I can tell you with the sadness, and I told you I'm a very frank person. You're not going too far.
Okay. Okay. Thanks for that explanation, because that really cleared it for me. પણ એક ઝાયર હોય છે, ને એક બાતિન હોય છે. તો બાતિનમાં આપણે રૂહને હેલ્પ કરવાનું છે, ને ઝાયરમાં આપણે બીજા કોઈને અનકન્ડિશનલી લવ કરીએ, અનકન્ડિશનલી દઈએ. So then the balance is better. Then you have more. Then you do better than just doing ibadat. રૂહ તો ઊંચો જશે પણ અમાલ બરાબર નહીં હોય તો નહીં થાય. Okay, that's I never got that explanation before, so I really appreciate that. અને બીજું શું કીધું કે તમે કીધું કે નવરોઝ છે ને you get it in your personal world. So how do you know you got it?
Oh my God, when the spring come on your heart, you will know.
No, yeah, he says you will know. Yeah.
You will know, there will be no question.
અહીંયા પણ કેટલા દરજ્જા છે, એમાં કેટલા દરજ્જા છે.
હા, એક મિનિટ પહેલે હું ઝીનતભાઈની આ વાતને ફિનિશ કરો. ઝીનતબેન, તમે ક્યારે ઓલી કશ્તી હલાવી છે જેમાં બે ચપ્પુ હોય છે, આમ હાલે છે બે કશ્તી?
Two oars, yeah.
2 oars.
Yes.
If you have only one, what would happen to the boat?
It will just go around in circle.
Ibadat will go around and around and around.
Okay.
You need ibadat, good deeds, ibadat, good deeds, ibadat, good deeds to move forward.
Okay.
Aziz bhai, mera sawal hai.
Ek second, I'm not finished with her. Could you give me 1 second, please? 1 second. So ibadat and good deeds hand in hand goes forward. Okay. And your second question was how many types of darajat, these stages. There are, and those concepts are very hard concept. I'm going to tell you, I don't necessary that you will understand all those stages, okay? But I'm going to go and tell you, okay?
Thank you.
We are mu'mineen, but when we learn the ilm, we are mustajib. When we are mustajib and start to learn with humility, keyword, we get to the mazun. When we move forward, we get to mazun and mutallaq. We get to dai and dai and mutallaq, hujjat and hujjat azam and pachi imam. Art zaya. Ena pachi pan char bija che, iche asas, natik, nafsikul ane aklekul. A બધા દરજ્જા છે આપણી રૂની તરક્કીના. I'm not expecting anyone to remember all this, but what I'm saying is ilm and ibadat will take you forward and forward and forward and forward onto these 12 levels of darjat on your levels of your souls. Now, having said that, let's say Imam himself in his Farman said, you are my dai. When Imam says you are my dai, what Imam is telling you, and he has explained that in the Farman, have you seen the dais of our past? What did they have? They had lot of ilm and lot of ibadat. That's what makes one a dai. Otherwise, મોલા તો કીધું તમે મારા દાઈ બનો. હવે આપણા ઘરે ઇલ્મ બી ના હોય ને ઇબાદત બી ના હોય તો આપણે દાઈ કેમ બનીએ? You see that? Imam wishes you to be that, but are we ready to be that? That is the question. Inshallah, I'm sorry I said something in the middle. Go ahead, whatever you were saying. What's your name? Because I only see iPad and I don't believe iPad is the name.
मेरा सवाल है
आपका
कि
नाम क्या
अगर
है?
शमीम
शमीम बोले।
अगर मेरा सवाल है, अगर अपन घर कहीं बाहर नहीं जा सकते हैं, किसी ऐसी जगह हेल्प नहीं कर सकते, लेकिन सिर्फ घर के अंदर किसी की हेल्प करते हैं या किसी का ख्याल रखते हैं, तो क्या वो काउंट होता है?
जी, किसका ख्याल करते हैं आप? अपने आप का कि किसका?
नहीं, जैसा घर वालों का ख्याल कर दी, पका लिए, उनके लिए कर लिए।
हाँ,
तो क्या
लेकिन ये तो हर माँ करती है, इसमें तो कोई बड़ी बात ही नहीं।
तो वही ना, तो फिर अगर हम लोग जैसे लोग बाहर ही नहीं जाते, कोई ऐसा काम नहीं कर सकते, तो हमारा गुड डीड क्या काउंट हो सकेगा?
हाँ, तो इसके लिए आसान तरीका है ना, बहुत आसान तरीका है। आप कहाँ पर रहते हैं? इंडिया पाकिस्तान में रहते हैं?
नहीं, मैं डैलस में रहती हूँ।
डैलस में रहते हैं? आप तो मेरे करीब है फिर। अच्छा, तो आप क्या करें, एक बच्चे को अडॉप्ट करें, घर पे नहीं लाने की जरूरत है उसको अडॉप्ट करें, उसके पढ़ाई के पैसे दें। वो बच्चा जब बड़ा होगा, एक बच्चे को अडॉप्ट करें।
कहाँ पर दे सकते हैं?
मैं आपको बताता हूँ शमीम, यू नो मी राइट?
या
यू नो मी?
मैं ऐसे पर्सनली आपको नहीं जानती हूँ, लेकिन हाँ मैंने देखा है कि मैंने सुना कि आप प्लेनो में ही आते हैं। मैं भी प्लेनो जमात खाने में आती हूँ।
तो मेरा नाम अजीज राजपारी है। आप कहीं पर भी गूगल के अंदर भी मेरा नाम डालेंगे तो आपको मिल जाएगा कि मैं कौन हूँ। और अगर आप इस लाइन के ऊपर या किसी भी ग्रुप के अंदर है जहाँ पर आपको नोटिस आती है, वहां पर जब आप किसी से भी पूछेंगे कि अजीज राजपारी का अता पता फोन नंबर जो भी है वो आपको बताएंगे और आप मेरे से कांटेक्ट करें, मैं आपको बताऊंगा किस तरह करना है। आप एक बच्चे को, दो बच्चे को, तीन बच्चे को, एक फैमिली को मदद करें
जी।
और जब वो पढ़ लिख कर पूरी फैमिली की मदद करेंगे तो वो पूरा सवाब आपको मिल जाएगा।
ठीक है, तो मुझे मैं आपसे कांटेक्ट करूंगी और मुझे आप बता दीजिएगा। सही है?
जी जी,
थैंक यू अजीज भाई।
थैंक यू। Last question, I think we are running very late today. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, you know, my iPad got cut off. So I see you were going up the ladder till you come to Imam Asas and everything.
जी.
So તમારો છેલ્લો point મેં મિસ કર્યો કે હું તમને કહેતી હતી, તો એ જરાક મને explain કરજો ને please.
હા, તો આપણે દરજા બ દરજા ઉપર જાય છે. તો નાચીઝનો એક લેક્ચર છે, અગર તમે નથી સાંભળ્યું તો જરૂર સાંભળજો. 9 pillars of Plano Jamat Khana.
Okay.
In that lecture, I have explained the 9 ranks of the Mu'mineen.
Okay. એ ચાર્ટ દીધું છે તમે અમને.
હા, ઈ વાળું જરૂર સાંભળો તમે, તો તમને ઘણી બધી ખુલાસો મળશે કે આપણે મોમિન છે અહીંયા, આપણે જમાતખાનાના મજબૂત પિલર છે. એટલે મોમિન તો બધા હોય છે. જીબી મોલાની ભૈયતમાં છે, બધા મોમિન છે. લેકિન ઈ જમાતખાનાના મજબૂત પિલર છે કે નહીં, એના માટે તમે લેક્ચર સાંભળો તો તમને ઘણી બધી જાણકારી મળશે ઇન્શાલ્લાહ.
Shukr Mala. You give me my Navroz gift.
Shukr, alhamdulillah.
I was looking for purpose. You know, I listened to a lecture called Spark, and he said you have to have your purpose, and you have to have your whatever, and then you got to find your passion. કારણ કે રિટાયર થઈ જાય પછી શું કરે માણસ, પછી આવું બધું પેશન ગોતવું જોઈએ ને. પણ રાઈટ ગાઈડન્સ મળી જાય તો દિલ ખુશ થઈ જાય, ને મારું દિલ બહુ ખુશ થઈ ગયું. એટલે તમે મારી બહુ સારી સેવા કરી, અનકન્ડિશનલ સેવા. મને તો મારી બધી મુશ્કેલ આસાન કરે, મંઝિલ મકસૂદ સુધી ને ફનાફિલા ને દરજે પહોંચાડે.
ચલો, મારી એક સારી રીત થઈ ગઈ આજે. All right, so should we stop here? Looks like we have 3-4 hands up. All right, let's ask quickly. FY, you are first. Go ahead.
याली मदद
फरजाना, ओके, बोले जनाब.
आपको ज्यादा तंग करने वाली.
बोले मेरी बहन क्या बोलते हैं.
वो क्वेश्चन मुझे फरिश्तों का अभी भी समझ नहीं आया कि मतलब हम ठीक है, हम कुछ काम करते हैं, ऐसा होता है फरिश्ते हमको हेल्प करते हैं, तो हम बोलते मौला ने फरिश्ते भेज दिए हमको ऐसा अचानक से हेल्प करने के लिए, इतनी बड़ी मुसीबत से बचा लिया. पर वो तो हम मौला का शुक्र अदा करते हैं, तो वो फरिश्ते भी मौला की तरफ से जो करार जो भी फरिश्ते,
ठीक है,
कौन से फरिश्ते होते हैं मुझे नहीं पता, तो वो हम उनको किस तरह से के
तो यहाँ देखिए,
नाम भी नहीं पता.
नाम की जरूरत नहीं है, नाम की भी जरूरत नहीं है. देखिए, ये देखे मेरा हाथ, यहाँ देखिए मेरा हाथ को. थैंक यू माय फ्रेंड फॉर हेल्पिंग मी. बस आपने बोले ना शुक्र मौला बोल दिया आपने, वो सही है. इसके बाद अपने दोस्त को भी तो बोले ना, क्योंकि उन्होंने आपके अंदर रह के आपको मदद की ना. थैंक यू फॉर हेल्पिंग मी. एक्नॉलेजिंग हिम, जब आप उसको एक्नॉलेज करते हैं ना, तो वो ज्यादा से ज्यादा आपकी मदद करता है. जी, Nursimba, you wanted to say something?
I can unmute. Yeah, Yali Madad. I have sent Shamim Bhai in Dallas my phone number, so I can communicate with her regarding your help thing. So Shamim Bhai, आप उर्दू बोलते हैं, मुझे पता है. तो आपको मैंने डायरेक्ट मैसेज में आपको मेरा नंबर भेजा है मैंने, तो प्लीज मुझे आपका नंबर दें तो मैं आपको बताता हूँ.
जी, very good. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, let's truly make a last question. We are over running out of time.
Shamim Thakur, do you want to unmute, please?
And this is the last question. Okay, go ahead.
याली मदद सर.
याली मदद.
सर, हम दुआ के छठे पार्ट में जब शाह का दीदार के बाद हम दोनों शोल्डर पे हाथ रखते हैं, और जब हम है जिंदा कायम पाया कहते हैं, जब भी हम दोनों शोल्डर की तरफ टर्न करते हैं, उसकी कोई
तो दो जगह पर जब हम बोलते हैं शाह जो दीदार, तो आपको पता है कि शाह जो दीदार हाथ मिलाकर करना होता है, आंखों में आंखें डालकर. वहां पर जो लॉजिक और जो हकीकत छुपाई गई थी वो ये थी कि मेरे भाई, चूंकि तेरे अंदर इमाम बसता है, तो मैं अपने शाह का दीदार तुम्हारे अंदर करता हूं. ये मतलब था शाह जो दीदार. और जब हम है जिंदा कायम पाया बोलते हैं, तो हम दोनों अतराफ, बल्कि ये दिखने में तो सीधा हाथ और उल्टा हाथ होता है, लेकिन हम बोलते हैं कि सब तरफ शाह का दीदार है. मैं सीधे हाथ पर देखूं, मैं सामने देखूं, मैं उल्टे हाथ पर देखूं, मैं पीछे देखूं, मैं ऊपर देखूं, मैं नीचे देखूं, हर तरफ मुझे तेरा दीदार मिलता है. शाह जो दीदार है जिंदा. तो यहाँ पर भी है, हम इसको कलमाए शहादा कहते हैं कि हम विटनेस बनते हैं कि इमाम हर हमेशा जिंदा और हाजिर और मौजूद है जिंदा कायम पाया. ये हमारी बैयत है इमाम की तरफ। जी।
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much, everyone. बहुत ही माफी, I have taken so much of your time today. Please forgive me. Thank you, Yali Madad.
Thank you, Aziz Bhai and Nuruddin Bhai. Let's just give you a huge, big thank you for this very enlightening talk. We've all got a lot out of this talk today. We can see from the chat how much people have enjoyed this. May Mawla grant you immense strength and inspiration to continue wonderful seva in sharing your knowledge with us. Mawla ilm અને જ્ઞાન મેં ઘણો ઘણો વધારે કરે, હકીકતી સમજ દે, મૌલા હંમેશા આજે સાથે રહે, મૌલા ઇબાદત અને બંદગી મેં આગળ વધારે, મૌલા સેવા કરવાની હિંમત, શક્તિ અને પ્રેરણા બક્ષે. Mawla grant you good health, peace, happiness and immense barakah. Shukr. Mawla iman didar nasib kare. Thank you so much.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you so much. And where is Farida Ben today? Where is she?
She's in Toronto. She had gone to her
still in Toronto.
funeral.
Okay,
Yes. So, inshallah, next Sunday she'll be back. So
no problem. Tell her if you speak to her, we miss her.
Okay, Yali Madad, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you.
Yali Madad, everybody.